Fritz is lame. Fritz is one of those guys that thinks because he has a little bit of money, he has a decent job, that he's better than other people. I think he talks to a lot of people very condescendingly. I think he thinks that people are stupid. I don't like him. When is he gonna get voted off? Ladies, do your job. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Tammy. This is Tammy Talks. We're here today to talk Ready to Love Season 10, Episode 5, Tommy's Philly Block Party. If you guys are brand new to the channel or if you just have not yet subscribed, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, y'all. Thumbs up the video. And then leave your comments down below. I feel like there's a good amount to talk about tonight on this episode. All right. So we start off with the Black Party. The entire episode revolved around the Black Party, which I actually enjoyed. I really liked it. I like that we got to see everybody in one space, right? We would see pockets of the ladies talking, the guys talking. We were able to see how the ladies and the guys would take who they think is their top connection interacting with other people. I loved it. So before we even get good into the Black Party, we see Tay. Tay said, look, there's some friction between me and Cisco. So she said, look, we were on the phone and he told me that he doesn't have a car, he doesn't have his own place, he's just, I guess, renting a room. So she's like, how can you think about marriage? How are we talking about marriage or, thinking about that when you aren't where you need to be financially? So she basically told him, I can't do this right now. And yes, here's the thing. Do I think that Cisco still deserves love and should be able to date and all that type of stuff? Sure. But it's one thing to not have a car, it's another for you not to have your own place and you're renting a room. Renting a room where? Are you just renting a room just like in somebody else's house? Are you living with like a cousin or something like that? Why is it considered you having a room and not you having a roommate? That's the interesting part. So then we see Cisco, and he's saying that he feels away because when he got a divorce, he ended up being homeless in Virginia. So he moved back to Philly, and he has just been struggling since trying to get, trying to get back on his feet. This isn't adding up. So you were in Virginia, you got a divorce. Why did that leave you homeless? Why did the divorce leave you homeless? It's given that Cisco does not make any money. It's given that Cisco does not have steady work. Right? So we then see Tommy and his wife show up, and Tommy was like, this is 23 years. Tommy, you haven't been married to her for 23 years, though. You haven't been married to her for 23 years. Tommy just got married, I feel like within the past maybe 6 or 7 years. I don't think he's been with her for 23 years for sure, but they haven't been married. So he lets everybody know that the men are in power again. And I said, oh, we not gonna alternate? Okay, cool. So we first see Cam and Rose. So they're looking at some oils, some fragrance, that type of stuff. They're cute together. I like them together. I thought they were cute together when they had the date. Remember, she had the scallops, he had the oysters. I think their biggest obstacle is going to be the fact that she is religious, she is spiritual, and he is not. But I do like them together. We then see Hussein and Angie, and we find out that he has two kids and he's open to having more. Angie is like, look, I want as many kids as I can handle, as many kids as my ovaries can give me. Angie has been very thirsty this entire process. I feel like Angie moves kind of weird. Some of the stuff that Angie says is very pick me shy, but okay. We then see Rocky and Naeem. So they're talking, and she is reading very explicit sexual poetry to him. And I said, oh, girl, this is not only is this not the proper date for that, but this is not the venue for that. And you can tell that he's not really into it. It kind of took him by surprise. And he lets her know that, or he's letting us know in the confessional that he still kind of sees her in the friend zone a little bit. So we see Cisco. All right. Cisco is sweating through his shirt as usual. And he's telling Naeem, look, I'm feeling away. I'm in my feelings because I told Tay about my past and my current situation. And he's like, I opened up about not having a car and living in a room, and he could tell that her spark faded. He then said that he has experienced being homeless in Virginia, and when he came back to Philly, his mom wasn't messing with him. We have to circle back to that because why isn't your mother messing with you? What Okay. So he then said that he's embarrassed to be 42 and in his current situation. And he kind of feels kind of checked out because in his mind, Tay was his connection. He has a deep connection with Tay, and the fact that she's like kind of turned off now, he doesn't know what to do. Look, here's the thing, Cisco. You have to understand and realize and be prepared that at your age, at 42 years old, if you are talking to a woman, you're approaching a woman, trying to pursue a woman, one, if you don't have a car, that would be a deterrent to me too. You don't have a car. I'm in Milwaukee. So like we don't have the train system. We don't have an L, we don't have a subway. We don't have that. So the way that we get places, unless you're getting on the bus or catching an Uber, we got our own cars up here. So the fact that you don't have a car, that's yeah, that's pause for the cause. But then on top of that, you don't have your own place. And it's not that you have a roommate, you said you're in a room. So you can't feel a way. I mean, you can feel however you want to feel. Your feelings are your feelings. But you shouldn't be shocked that Tay, who has this amazing job and career and has her shit together, you can't be shocked that she's not interested or that her spark faded. You can't be. So Naeem pours some life into him, and it was a really nice moment. It was a really really good moment to see Cisco be able to be vulnerable with Naeem, and for Naeem to not judge him and kind of let him know you're doing good, whatever, whatever. You deserve to be here. Awesome. They hug it out at the end. Cool. We see Sahara and Jay. So they're over to the side. They're laughing and talking. And Kay with his Cam with his greasy ass lips, he's over to the side. Now Rose is leaning on him. We have seen him with Rose the entire time. He is jealous that Jay is talking to Sahara. I don't like him. I don't like him. Something about him is off. I can't quite put a finger on it. I'm gonna put his ass up on the sticky. Okay, we gonna put Cam on the sticky. But something about Cam is watch him, y'all. So he feels away, and he is saying how I guess he's jealous. That's not good. It's not a good quality to have. Jealousy is a wasted emotion, okay? We then see Fritz and Shanice. So they're talking. Apparently, she sent him a prayer. He appreciated it. He's thanking her for that. And she was like, well, you opened that window for me because I guess he was sending her affirmations. So they're having a good little conversation. He feeds her some ice cream and she kisses him. And I said, oh, y'all are there. Y'all kissing already. And it wasn't like a deep tongue, nasty kiss. It was like a mwah, okay? Nonetheless, y'all kissed out in the open, right? So she says in her confessional, though, that she does have a connection with Cisco and she feels like she's cheating on Cisco. You shouldn't even worry about Cisco, baby, because Cisco is only worried about Tay. So focus on Fritz. So we then see Cisco and Tay. So Cisco goes and pulls Tay over to the side, and he's like, "Look, let's talk. Let's talk." He said, "Look, I'm not mad about your decision to kind of fall back, but I can't hide who I am. I think you did hide who you were, though, Cisco, because if you knew that you had these situations that you're dealing with, you should have been upfront about this right away. And I'm not saying to come in and tell everybody, y'all know I don't have no car. I don't have no car. I'm not saying do that, but it does seem like it was a little deceptive. So Tay is like, look, I got scared because I don't know what this would look like for us. Here I am thriving in my career. I got my own shit. My life on that side financially is put together. And then here you are all but a brokey that doesn't have a car or their own place. So she asks him, look, when you think back on your major accomplishments, right? Your biggest accomplishments, the moments that you are most proud about, did they come on your own doing or did they come, collaborative with someone else? Now, Cisco skirts around this and he was like, it was both, but when I'm with somebody, it sparks the fire even more. To me, that tells me that Cisco needs somebody to push him. He needs somebody to motivate him. He needs somebody to help him accomplish a lot of these goals and stuff like that. I, Tay, baby, this is not the man for you. Don't punch down on this. Don't lower yourself because he's handsome. This is not the guy for you. So Tathan tells him that he is everything she wants in a person. I said, "Oh girl, the bar is in hell. The bar is in hell." So she has reservations, but she is still open to the connection. I said, Angela Simmons would never, okay? You ain't no real doppelganger no more. Cause what is happening? We then see Fritz. Fritz is talking to Rocky and he makes a joke about how, when he had all the women in his kitchen, he felt like he was living a poly lifestyle. See, this is what I'm talking about with Fritz. You made such a big deal, you were so offended, so confused that Coley called you out for following the poly hashtags, but then you're making poly jokes. So Fritz then said, well, look, I don't want a poly relationship though. I don't want it. So why would you make that fucking joke then? Why would you make the joke? So he's like, it's just something that I'm interested in. And Rocky was like, okay, so are you looking for a partner? Are you looking to be solo or are you looking to be in a polyamorous relationship? And Rocky starts to go in on some, I'm not with that. I'm not involved in that. And Fritz is so taken aback because he doesn't understand why everybody is making a big deal out of this. And I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean you don't understand why people are making a big deal about this? One, the ladies are going to talk. The ladies are going to talk. So that's why it is spreading around. But two, your rationale, your reasoning to me doesn't make sense. Because again, there are a lot of things that I'm interested in. It doesn't mean that I'm going to follow the hashtag. If I'm following a hashtag on Twitter, on Instagram, that's a choice. That is a choice. But okay, so Fritz gets all, well, I don't understand this. I don't understand this lame ass nigga. So then we have Coley and Eddie. So they're booed up over on the stairs. She's sitting between his legs. He has his arms around her. They're chilling. So they're talking about how she's like, look, if when we first met, if you would have said, let's get out of here and leave the process, I would have left with you. Now, Eddie does not respond to that. He does not share that sentiment because he just kind of laughed. He just kind of laughed at it. In the cut, though, we see Angie and Sahara. Now they're watching them. Okay. Angie thinks it's disrespectful, as if she didn't just get Cam's phone number. But Angie thinks it's disrespectful and wonders why Coley is talking to her connection. Angie, baby, we just saw you. We just saw you talking to Cam and being like, so if do I gotta get your number, you gonna get mine. We just saw it. It's on tape. It's on tape. So I what's happening in Philly, okay? So Coley then turns around and tries to kiss Eddie. And Eddie was like, no, you doing too much. Turn back around, turn back around. We see Coley's little feelings get hurt and she walks off. Coley, you knew you were doing too much. You were trying to stake your claim on this man in front of all these other people. This is why I love this episode because we see how a lot of these women and the men behave when they have to watch their connections interact with their other connections. This was good. Tommy comes back out and he has all the ladies sit down in these chairs, and then there's a line of bells. The guys stand behind the bells. So Tommy's gonna have he's gonna read a question, and the ladies are gonna answer the guy or pick the guy that they think said the statement by going up and ringing their bell. The top two ladies, they get the most answers correct. are going to get to go on a intimate date, a solo date with the man of their choosing. Okay. So, as always, a lot of the dates were around sex and kinks and the freakiest place that it's all of that type of stuff. So, the winners are Sahara and Angie. And the way that you could tell that the men were not excited, the way that you can tell the men were not excited at it being Sahara and Angie, yikes. I think if it would have been like Deanna, Kiera, Tay, or let me see, Deanna, Kiera, Tay, or even Rose, I think the guys would have been more excited. It was like Sahara and Angie, and they was like, oh. So Sahara picks Fritz. Girl, why? Why did you pick Fritz? Y'all did not have a good conversation at Naeem's gym. But nonetheless, so they go get foot massages. And Sahara is like, so are you a one woman man or what? So Fritz, once again, is like, I don't want to keep talking about this. So Sahara said, look, because it's okay if you want to be polyester. I said, not polyester. It's okay if you want to be polyester, but I just don't want to wear it. So she then asked him about his connections. And he said, look, he sees that there could be something real here with he sees that okay, let me rewind this. Before that, about the connections, Fritz then once again is like, look, I don't want to be poly, whatever, whatever. I hope this is the last time it comes up. It's not. Trust me, it's not. So then she asked him about his connections and how they're going. Fritz then said, look, I now see that I can find something real here. And I need to start taking it serious. He was like, because the intention that some people came in with is not the intention that I came in with. I was like, what? What? He admits that he was just playing. Oh my God. Here's the thing. Okay, we can look at this one of two ways. Do I think that he was saying that just because he does not like Sahara? It's possible. It's possible. But I also think that Fritz really came onto this show just to find something to do. I don't think that he's serious about this. I don't. So Sierra was like, yeah, we all knew that you were playing. Would I call her Sierra? Sahara was like, yeah, we all knew that you were just playing. We all knew. And he was like, wait, who is we? All the women, Fritz. All the ladies there because the ladies talk. So in his confessional, he was like, Sahara got all up in my face. And oh my God, this is not going to work. That lady went all up in your face. She called you out on your bullshit. All she did was call you out on your bullshit. That's what she did. So we see Angie picked Hussein and they went to do a sound bath together. So while they're there, we find out that Hussein's son does not live close to him. So she gives him like a little keychain or something that he can put. Was it for I got a little confused. It was either for Hussein to put on like his bag or something, or for his son to put, but it's basically to be like, I'm always with you. He appreciated it. It was cool. So we get to the men's lounge. All right. So as always, the top ladies are always the Tays, the Kiaras, the Dianas. We don't ever hear them in the bottom. And then we get the one off. I like Rose, I like this person. So we always get that. The real conversation is who the guys are not feeling. Okay. So at least at this point in the process. Now, a couple episodes, in the future, then it's going to start to be more important on who the guys are feeling because now, the pool is getting smaller and they're really honing in. So Tommy asks, who aren't y'all vibing with? Fritz leans over and tells Jay, y'all gonna help me get Sahara out of here. That's bullshit. That's bitch ass behavior. I didn't like that at all, Fritz. That's lame. Why? So just because you don't like her, now she needs to leave? Like that's petty. That's childish. So Coley's name comes up by a few of the guys. They feel like she has a representative that she's showing and that she just kind of lacks substance. Okay. Rocky's name comes up because they see Rocky as more of a friend and they feel that she's not exactly open either. Um, Fritz then was like Sahara. Okay, so she has extreme highs and extreme lows, and she's basically a loose cannon. I don't want to have to deal with that. She is a loose cannon for sure. Okay. He then said that, or excuse me, Eddie, I think, said that Sahara gives friend vibes and hood vibes, and that's not what he's looking for. Cam then gets offended because Fritz kept saying, yes, Sahara, get her out of here, get her out of here, boo, boo. And Cam gets offended because Sahara is one of Cam's connections. So he's like, look, you doing too much. I don't like your little comments, Fritz. Like what you doing is childish. You're trying to convince the other men to get rid of her. And Fritz, who apparently does not like getting called out on his bullshit, it's like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Was I trying to influence you? And it's like you literally just leaned over and said, y'all gonna help me get Sahara out of here. Now, do I think that these men, this particular cast of men, is listening to anything Fritz says and going off of anything that Fritz wants to do? No, I do not. However, let's not act, Fritz, like let's not act as if you weren't doing that though. Because there was literally no reason for you to even say that. There's no reason for you to say, "Oh, y'all help me get Sahara out of here." You have made more negative comments about Sahara than anybody else. You're making more derogatory comments about Sahara than anybody else. And if she busts you in your shit, then what? Like, I just felt like that was super lame. That was so unnecessary to do. Unnecessary to do. Then when you get called out about it, then you want to act like a little you want to act like a coward and act like that's not what you were doing. And Cisco called it out and was like, no, we can hear you. We just saw what you did. So then Fritz is like, I'm not worried about these guys. Whatever, whatever. Ladies, next week, okay? I can try to influence next week. So Tommy lets them know that two women are going home. And I'm like, damn, three ladies are leaving in a matter of 2 weeks. But all right. So Cam takes out Sahara. So Sahara said that she came in black in her funeral Sierra came in her funeral dress. Um, she was like, "I heard you was fighting for me at the lounge. Why?" And Cam is like, "Well, somebody was lobbying for you to go home." And I'm like, "Look, let's be real, Sahara. You have been in the bottom every week. You were in the bottom the very first episode. Your man is not here. He's not." So here it is said, look, I want somebody that is going to be able to allow me to be myself. Okay. Nobody should be threatened at me being a 120-pound woman. Nobody should be intimidated by that. And basically, it's like they need to man up. Now, she knows who the issue is. She knows it's Fritz. She didn't say his name, but she knows it's Fritz, right? We then see Eddie taking out Coley. So he tells her that her trying to take it there at the block party while he appreciated her, I guess, attraction. That was a bit much. That wasn't a place to do that. He said that the ladies, or excuse me, that the men, oh, I kind of feel like she's just really into herself and putting forth her representative. Coley was like, that was my first black party. I didn't know what the rules were. That's what I'm talking. That's what they talk about, Coley. That's what they talking about. You like to act airheaded when, like, you know what you doing, sis. It's not working. It's not working. We then see Jay, he takes out Rocky, and Jay got right to it, not even any pleasantries. So we sat down with Tommy. I was like, damn, Jay, that's not very Omar Epps of you. But Jay got right to it and said, the guys, we feel that you're so caring, that you're so nice, that we're just not seeing that romantic spark, that romantic light is coming off more so truly as a friendship. And Rocky was like, I can see that. I am just a very nice and caring person. And I think that that does get in the way of me allowing romantic feelings. So Rocky is taking it very maturely, very nice. It's a cliffhanger trash. So we don't know who is actually going home, but put down in the comments who you guys think is going home. Honestly and truly, I think it's going to be Sahara and I think it's going to be Rocky. I think Sahara and Rocky are gonna be the 2 to go home because Sahara, your man is not here, and Rocky, you have friend zoned yourself. You friend zoned yourself as well. So we shall see. But let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Leave your comments down below. Subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.